Hi everybody, this is Brian with the Instructional Tech Coordinator Group. In this video we're going to take a look at specifically our Apple apps and a relatively new feature called Icloud Drive. So for most of us, we're familiar with the concept of a cloud-based drive such as Google Drive, a place where we can store our files out somewhere on the internet and then share them with each other. Icloud Drive is a fairly new feature from Apple that allows us to do a very similar thing, sharing files with others using some of the core Apple apps that we have available. So apps like Keynote and Pages. Let's hop in and do this in Keynote first. So I'm going to go into Keynote, which is Apple's presentation software, somewhat akin to Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint. While this loads up, you can see I've got a number of presentations that are available. Now, Keynote and Pages are have great functionality on the iPad, and they're really neat, powerful ways to make presentations or documents. But sharing has always been kind of the ongoing issue. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hop into Presentation 4 here. Just a lightweight presentation I've got that I'm working on. And I've now done whatever work I need to do in this particular presentation. So now I am going to push this out and share it with others via Icloud Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this icon right here. And you can see that I've got Share Link via iCloud. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that. Now, Icloud Drive is not as well established as Google Drive is. It doesn't have as much storage space as Google Drive does, but it will get us through in a pinch if we need to share files with others. Here you can see I've got two options. I've got an Allow Editing and a View Only option. In Icloud Drive, those are the only two options that exist, and I'll tell you that if you're used to Google Drive where you can see version control with editing, that doesn't exist in iCloud yet. It probably will at some point, but it doesn't yet. So if you're working on a presentation with a partner and you happen to choose Keynote as a way to work on it, you would go Allow Editing, and then you would share the link with that person. If you were instead only going to let the people view your file, perhaps you were sharing it with them for viewing or feedback, you can do that by clicking View Only. And then we're going to simply click Share. One other thing I'm going to point out to you right now is you have the ability to add a password, and this does make it a little bit more locked down so that only certain people can view or edit if you were interested. I'm going to go ahead and click Share. Take a few moments. All right, so now it's out there for me. And I can share that via email if I'm interested in doing that. I can use Airdrop to share it. The link is also available right here. So if I want to use this for something like a QR code reader, here's the link that I'm going to need to give to the QR code reader when I create it so that it knows where to send people. And at any point, I can continue by adding a password to lock it down a little bit more, or I can stop sharing it, which will pull it off of Icloud Drive. Now, you'll see at the very top here a little green icon that appears, and that green icon indicates that this has been shared on Icloud Drive. If I tap Presentations, you can see I've got multiple that are shared on Icloud Drive and others that aren't yet. When this is viewed in Icloud Drive, it's just going to appear more like a PDF than anything. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here we are, and I've pasted the link in from this particular presentation into Safari, my browser. And you really do want to open this in Safari. Now, if this presentation had transitions, videos, things like that that are available in it, of course, it's not going to show in the browser itself. Basically, I get a long PDF of images, which might serve some purposes. But if I want to look at the whole video, what I need to do as a viewer is come up here and click on Download. So here we see it. I click Open in Keynote. And it makes a copy, and you'll notice it is important to note that it is a copy of this particular tool. So great for viewing it, but and all the transitions will play, and you can present it this way. So that is the way that iCloud Drive opens from a browser. The last thing I want to show you in this video is that iCloud Drive is not actually turned on by default. Look at our settings here. You'll notice that I have an option. I'm in, I'm on version 9 and above is critical, so you have to have iOS 9 or above to really use this functionality, okay? I am going to take a look at my iCloud settings here, and you'll notice that I have iCloud Drive turned on. And in order for this to work, you do need to turn on iCloud Drive, and you should be in iOS 9 or later. All right, so once I'm on iOS 9, I get a really great icon, and I have iCloud Drive turned on, of course. I have a great icon called Icloud Drive here. And when I tap on that icon, here's a place where I can see all of the files that I've shared or put into my iCloud Drive. So we're going to tap on Keynote, and you can see that I've got 2 presentation 4s sitting there ready for me. So as you can see, there's a lot of functionality to iCloud Drive. And understanding that it's not an unlimited source, it's not as advanced in its development yet as Google Drive, but it is a great way for you to share tools like Keynote, Pages, Numbers, those kinds of pieces. So with that said, if you have any questions about iCloud Drive, feel free to contact anyone in the Instructional Technologies team, and we'd be happy to start answering questions as they come along.